Welcome to Beyond Business, the show where we look at competition in the global economy. Knowledge is power is a well-known saying, but today we'll be looking at how knowledge is also money. We're heading to Burkina Faso in West Africa to see what business intelligence means for the local cotton industry there. The country's economy is entirely dependent on cotton exports, but the industry has been hampered by an information void. Farmers have gone without prices and expert advice, and traders have lacked real-time information of harvests and global markets. The international organization International Trade Center is trying to change that by bringing more transparency and by providing more information.
Geneva, the European capital of many international groups. The World Trade Organization, the UN, Red Cross, and the less-known ITC, International Trade Center.
It's a different kind of economic development agency. We help small companies in developing countries organize their production for export. When the ITC was created in 1964, it provided only paper documents with commercial information. Only 3 people worked here with 1 typewriter. In 2015, we have 300 employees with 80 different nationalities. They process great amounts of information which allow companies to make strategic decisions.
The ITC's annual budget is $100 million. 1/4 is dedicated to developing countries, helping these regions improve their economic performances. The organization has long supported cotton production. Burkina Faso is Africa's top producer.
On dit souvent que le coton, que la réputation du coton est plus contaminée que le coton lui-même.
There's a saying, the cotton's reputation is always more contaminated than the cotton itself. Today there's an altered perception of Africa, and when a product comes from Africa, when it was produced there, grown there, people start saying it's contaminated with polypropylene or something else. This bad reputation brings cotton prices down. That's why we need to follow closely what's being said about our cotton, African cotton, so we can react on time.
Reacting on time, a key factor to guarantee work for 15 million people.
We show what African cotton is, we promote it and try to counter the negative image that sticks on it and which is very rarely justified. We need to show that African cotton has great quality, that it's an alternative to cotton from other continents. We need to push in the positive direction. That's essential, I believe.
From Geneva to Ouagadougou, these are the headquarters of ECOWAS, the Economic Community of West African States. It brings together 8 countries, most of which count on so-called white gold for their development. Together, with the help of the ITC, they scrutinize the press and various sources for any type of commercial information on cotton worldwide. ITC's David Cordobes is here too.
The goal of this information cell is to provide as much high-level data as possible to ECOWAS members and those among them who grow cotton. We're creating a global intelligence expertise network to counter the competition across the world.
They process information together to get a more accurate idea of how international prices evolve.
We're like watchmen. We identify any information that's relevant. We sort out data, analyze it, and publish our newsletter, Info Cotton. It's then distributed to 300 professionals.
The information printed in Info Cotton helps the country's growers face the competition. Few people read the newsletter, but many more. Burkina Faso's 300,000 cotton growers are indirectly affected by it. Like Bruno Sanu, who owns fields near Bobo Dioulasso, the country's economic capital.
Last year I cultivated cotton on up to 30 hectares with an average yield of 1.3 tons per hectare. I've always used the same methods and have always grown this much. I believe production will be the same or even better this year.
Burkina Faso is a poor country, but cotton has allowed many to improve living conditions in recent years.
I have 2 wives and 7 children. Everyone lives in this house. This is the living room. There are 2 bedrooms, 1 for each wife. This is a room where I store my equipment, and there's a shower.
Bruno Sanu belongs to Burkina Faso's National Union of Cotton Producers, whose headquarters are located about 20 kilometers from his fields. The organization follows the information given by the newsletter Info Cotton.
Toute information nous intéresse.
All kinds of information interest us because this is an international sector. The price is set abroad. We need business and political information. Anything that will keep us updated on cotton prices.
Le prix du coton se fixe au niveau mondial, donc nous devons avoir ces informations-là.
Although being well-informed is essential, local professionals say it isn't enough to boost African exports.
Quand un producteur produit, il a besoin de rejoindre son marché.
A producer needs to get his products to the market, to his clients. And to do that, he needs railway tracks or roads. He needs ports. But if all of these things are under construction and you can't use them, this means you're not as competitive. You would have a difficult time competing with your rivals.
Vous mettra dans des niveaux de compétitivité très difficiles.
The ITC hopes that by providing economic expertise, they could help African companies and producers catch up.
We're preparing a new strategy of global awareness, but this can't be accomplished overnight. We have to get assistance on our path towards this global watch. We need structure. Our work on cotton production is our model for other sectors. It'll make us grow, and the ITC will help us.
À partir duquel nous allons vers cette veille globale. Et tout cela avec le soutien de l'ITC.
ITC supports all sorts of companies in the cotton sector, like Sofitex, a Burkinabe company making and exporting textile fiber. To produce it, the factory uses most of Burkina Faso's cotton. Ginning is the key phase of the process.
This is the cleaned up cotton, ready for the ginning. All of the impurities have been removed. The cotton will be humidified and put in this machine that will separate the seed from the hulls. The raw cotton is inserted here, the seeds fall here, the fiber is drawn to the back, the fiber is then cleaned and is balled.
Between 2010 and 2014, Burkina Faso's cotton production doubled. Today, 80% of the crops are genetically modified. American company Monsanto has invested in these modern installations. It sells local farmers its seeds 30 times more than the regular ones. But Ouagadougou believes an alliance with Monsanto will allow the country to become competitive. It follows world events that can affect cotton, like the value of the dollar, in which the international cotton price is set.
We're worried about the problems that Greece is facing, the impact it will have on the dollar-euro exchange rate. Our business relies on exports. We sell our product abroad and import equipment. We depend and are constantly connected to international information networks. The ITC has information from consumers and other types of technical, scientific and industrial data. They allow us to better define and reassess our policies.
Today, Burkina Faso exports 97% of its cotton. But it hopes to lower this figure by producing more cotton-made products and selling them abroad. Like here in Posomtenga, a village outside the capital. These women are sewing local cotton fibers.
This piece will take me a week.
Notion de qualité. We're offering high-quality pieces. Every time they see a minor defect, the workers stop the machine and fix it.
Their goal, raising quality so they can reach European fashion standards. Western luxury clothing brands are already working with Burkina Faso. Vivienne Westwood, Marni, and Stella Jean, among others. The ITC supports a program called Ethical Fashion Initiative, which connects African manufacturers and fashion designers. ECOWAS wants the country to use more of its cotton to produce its own manufactured items, 25% by 2020. That's 8 times more than today. An ambitious goal, but one Burkina Faso believes it can reach.
With that, we're going to be wrapping up this edition of Beyond Business. Thank you very much indeed for watching. And don't forget that if you want more business news, you can go to our website, france24.com. Stay with us. More news is coming your way shortly.